Greetings, this is Wet Hamster, and today, Mr. Test. Well, this is the last of you'll see of him. He's gonna get his replacement soon. But for now, let's see what the last quest is. My first hunt? Oh, excellent, this sounds good. Okay, slay 3 Velociprey. Doesn't sound too hard. Now, let's see, small blue monsters. Ah, small blue monsters, that can't be too bad. They're small, I mean, I could step on them. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, let's go step on some monsters. Well, first of all, we're going to be testing things. Don't ask me what I was going with looking around in my inventory and stuff like that. Anyway, first of all, we're gonna try testing the Sword and Shield in action. See how that goes. Let's see, the Veggie Elder has something to tell us. They're carnivores. Oh, lovely. And if you fall in quest, you'll lose 1/3 of your reward. And 3 strikes and you're out and you lose the mission. And also you lose any money you spent on as like security deposit for doing the mission. So you screw up, you lose money. But it really isn't that bad, because again, 3 strikes and you're out, so it's not that bad. Well, let's grab some stuff from the box. I get a feeling that we might need some of them at some point. After all, we're gonna hunt like small blue monsters. Like I said, they can't be that bad. And the little white icon there I just showed in the box. The reason why I haven't been picking that up is because it is bowgun ammo. It is an unlimited supply of really crappy ammo, but hey, whatever gets the job done if you run out of the good stuff. Basically, if you're using ranged weapons in this game, you always bring that with you. Well, we've already seen how, you know, me slashing and chopping and blocking and stuff with this weapon before, so I don't really need to show off all the basic attacks. Wait a minute. I thought they said those blue monsters were small. Those things are as big as a horse. They lied to me. They're trying to get me killed. Those jerks. Ah. When I get back to the village, not the veggie, but the village chief is gonna get a piece of my mind. Ah. Oh. He's trying to say hi. I think he's trying to communicate. Oh, darn. I think there's a Jurassic Park 3 reference in here somewhere about them communicating, but you know. Let's try the peaceful solution. Hi, my name is Mr. Test, and can we be friends? I hear you're attacking villagers. They would like me to tell you that that you shouldn't attack the villagers. This is a really bad thing. No. Could you please stop hitting me and listen at least? I mean, I'm sure we could work out some sort of peaceful solution or deal here. No, maybe no. Oh, okay. It would be nice if you stopped hitting your friend. Ah, jerks. And as you can see, you decrease, the money gets decreased. It's a 300 zenny reward, and it's reduced to 100, or reduced by 100. Once the reward hits 0, well, good luck. If the time runs out, well, you lose 2. But, got plenty of time. For now, let's run back and get some revenge. That's what happens when you get knocked out. You just get tossed back into the camp by felines. I'm surprised they didn't bring a bomb with them. Jerks. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not a racist. I'm not. I just don't like bombs. That's all. I'm allergic to them. Damn jerks, those felines. Anyway, let's get our revenge. Revenge is best served with a, well, I guess that's supposed to be a short sword, but it looks like a long sword to me. Oh well. At least by our standards, it'd be a long sword, I guess. As you can see, the now that we're actually looking at proper combat with enemies that will try to tear me apart. Rather swift enemies too, very evasive. This weapon is good at handling evasive enemies that are generally really quick because you again have your mobility. You also have a shield to block light attacks, which is all these monsters can do. You can roll out of the way with ease. You can occasionally I have to remember to eat the shield because or else I never remember it. But you know, you got some pretty swift attacks. Move around pretty quickly. Of course, the downside is you have some pretty weak damage. It's not the most effective weapon, but this basically the sword and shield combo is heavily reliant on using things like bombs and traps and other things like that. Also, again, I'd like to state that you'll want to harvest your prey as quickly as you can. Otherwise, they'll just despawn in like half a minute. If it's small ones, at least. Really annoying, actually. But I had already weakened the others enough so I could just finish them off. And that is our first hunt. And the Veggie Elder is going to tell us, remember to carve up your kills, basically. But that is the sword and shield in action. Remember, this is this weapon's heavily reliant on traps and bombs, so if you ever use this weapon, you will want to use support items, or fights are going to take a million years. Using support items, while it is handy for every weapon type, it's not required because it just gives you the edge, really. But with this weapon, it has such weak damage, you're going to want it. You'll need it. For now, the only unfortunate thing is, after you're done hunting, is that it takes an entire minute for a hunt to have a mission cleared. And that's mainly because you'll probably be busy carving up your kill, and there might be outside interference like Velociprey, for example, bothering you and knocking you around. But you're pretty much invincible when you've won the mission, so you can't die at least. So you won't be screwed over that way. And as you can see, with a hunt, I'm getting a lot of Velociprey items, so if I didn't actually be able to harvest them from the actual kills, I still get a good deal of them right there. So, you know, there's always that. Even if you're unlucky with your drops, you can still get them at the end of the mission. I just wanted to show that one little section off. Also, depending on what items you break off of big monsters, you will get the different items in the reward box, as well as when you try to carve them. But for now, well, let's take a look at this. We got a great sword. Oh. This is so anime with how oversized it is. Alright, so we can block with it. And we can do an overhead swing. We can do a swipe. And we can do a backward swing. You can basically chain these into a combo, as you see. And you can keep chaining the combo again and again. As long as you do proper timing and all that, of course. Alright, now that we've seen that. Unfortunately, there is some more tricks that weapons have later on in the Monster Hunter series. But for now, weapons are pretty plain and vanilla. Monster Hunter 2, I'll do another weapons test video showing what new tricks they've gotten, and as you can see, we also can't run with it, but we can still dodge. Against Velociprey, this weapon isn't that great because, again, you have to. They're very evasive enemies, and if you want to ever hit evasive enemies, also look at the attack power. The sword and shield was only about 90. But if you want to attack the really fast evasive critters, you're gonna want to take your weapon away, run up to them, charge up to them, in fact, and then use the attack button to just, arm yourself with a weapon and do a swing at the same time. That's what you'll want to do with evasive enemies when you have a slow weapon like this. Or else you're never going to hit them, of course. Just try to get a good position. See? You miss. I'd say this weapon's strong point is if you're fighting big, slow monsters, because then you can hit it more easily. Especially so in the later Monster Hunter games when, again, this weapon gets a little trick. Later Monster Hunter games, you can actually power the weapon up, but it requires you to stand still and sort of like charge your attack. But, it has massive amount of attack power, and you can just wipe the floor with these weak guys. And that's the Greatsword. I've actually had a lot of practice with the Greatsword, so I know how to use it properly. Normally, I don't use any other weapons than the sword and shield, and a couple of other weapons in Monster Hunter Tree. But we'll get to that when we get to that game, of course. Every other weapon in this game, other than the sword and shield, I am unskilled in, so I've been practicing with some of the weapons. The Greatsword, for example, I've practiced a lot with. As you can see, the canopy is moving. There's a better shot of it. For now, let's switch to another weapon. Let's see, what do we have today? And if you've noticed by now, there's the little icon with your name on it. It changes depending on what weapon you have, so you can see who's doing what in the online section. So this weapon is the hammer. It has more attack power than the Greatsword. Now this is very deceptive, actually, because this thing has no range, basically, and it some monsters on certain sections are weak towards slashing, and some are weak towards bludgeoning. Most of them are weak towards slashing. But as you can see, we can charge our attack. We actually have lots of mobility with this hammer, but we can't defend. Our block button is it's given a charge button instead. So this weapon has its only defense is evasion. You can do a normal side slam. As you can see, pitiful range. You can do an overhead slam, or you can do a combo overhead slam, chaining overhead slams together 3 times. Show off 2 slams twice. Just showing them off a little. And you can, again, change side slam and 3 overhead slams. Well, the third one is like a batter up sort of thing, I guess.